Hey, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Are you a trader? Would you like to learn how to trade? Well, here's a controversial fact that we talk about every day. We're going to talk about it more today. If you see anyone on the internet, you want to learn trading from them, and they're showing you a chart, I say this nearly every day, run. What we're going to do in this video is we're going to go over not only the daily results of what the MyFXSoftware.com system has done. I'll show you live accounts. I'll show you virtual accounts. I'll let you know which is which. The results will blow your mind. And if you're out there on social media watching people look at charts, ask them one question and watch how fast they'll block you. Literally, people lose their minds when I say this. When I see someone live that's looking at a chart, I say this one sentence, and the trigger effect will let you know how much they're lying to you. Simply ask them, why in the 21st century are they still manually trading? Just ask them that. The more they're lying to you, the more that will trigger them into losing their mind, and you'll probably get blocked. It's fun. Give it a try. But first, watch this, and then we'll get into the results.
Trading Forex involves significant risk of loss. The results shown are from my personal accounts. Past performance does not guarantee future results. This is not financial advice.
Okay, here we are trading results through automation. Not looking at charts, not drawing lines on charts. Okay, I have to tell you, in my experience, that's a level of insanity. True insanity, also called a mind virus. I talk about that all the time also. Go check that out. Virus of the Mind. Go to Amazon, buy that book, and you will immediately understand. If someone has that virus, just ask them, why are you manually trading in the 21st century? What are you doing? What are you doing? All right, let's get into the results. The first set of results we're going to look at here is from my main automated software connection called the 10 pip day trader. So we had a really kind of weird night yesterday. The market had a bunch of trades and it just kind of pushed and held. And I thought, okay, what's about to happen? Well, here's what's about to happen. $1,900.97. What you're looking at here is a virtual account that's plugged in to MyFXSoftware.com, my main system. I'm also going to show you some live accounts. The point is, and here's what they will argue, automations wreck your accounts. Well, mine doesn't. It just doesn't. Now, you can wreck your account if you overbid inside of your account, but a trade, here's the point. If I send you a profitable trade at the minimum lot size and you scale it up, it's potentially still a profitable trade. Now, the reason I use the word potentially is this. If you take my trade from my software and you put it on your account at an outrageous bid, you don't know what you're doing, you bid too much, you over leverage, maybe you have one of those US-based accounts that have really low leverage, 50 or something. Whereas you can go out there and get more leverage. You can get a couple hundred leverage at least. And the point being, a profitable trade on my end can be a profitable trade on your end, assuming you bid properly. This is proof of concept. This isn't just custom to me and my broker and my manipulation. This is software plugged into a virtual account showing you what it can do. Look at all these trades that went off last night. Dozens and dozens of dozens. This thing is showing $1,900 in profit. Now, let me take you over to an account that is my account, that is a live account. I took the exact same trades at a different bid size. You can see the base bid here is about a 0.5, so $5 per pip. I'm going to take you over to my live account where I'm taking these exact same trades. And if you want to screenshot this and note all these trades that are closed, you're going to see these exact same trades. Same closure time, same pricing, different bid, and you'll see a different balance amount. This is software. How will you use it? What will you bid? I don't know. This isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I can make software trade really, really well. In fact, I make it trade so well that I will never, and you, if you choose, but I will never have to manually look at a chart or enter a trade ever again. What you're looking at here is 100% automated and completely possible for you to plug into. So next, my live account with these exact same trades at a different bid. Here we go. Here it is for the day, my live account, exact same trades. What is it saying here? $425.59. That's incredible. Now, are you ready? That's just for today. I'm going to go ahead and click that little button at the top that says week. We're going to look back for the past week. So this week, I'm up. I'm up. Okay. I use my software. I'm up. This is no suggestion that you're even going to make this much or do this well. And really, why would you not do this well? Because you're out there following these people that are showing you charts, telling you what the price did a few hours ago, acting as if they knew it was going to do that. They don't. So, $3,292.19 overnight. I'm really happy with that. Extremely happy with that. Here, I'll actually show you the live trades. Not afraid to do that at all. $134,000 account. I'm in $950 worth of drawdown. It's using $950 of my $134,000 account to trade. Fully automated. Every one of these is fully automated. If I go to the history here, and that's for the week. Let's go back to the day. You can see here that this is what it did overnight. Just trade after trade after trade. Now, you see those red numbers? Someone that doesn't know what they're talking about will tell you that's a loss. Do you see a negative number in the profit section down below? $425.59. You don't, do you? Yeah, so I didn't lose anything. I didn't lose anything. I did baskets of trades. So if you look at it, technically, you'll see like, if I can, I'm not even going to point one out. You can check this out. You can pause it. You can look at it. The point is this. If I had a negative $10 trade and I had a positive $20 trade, so I have a net profit of $10, is that a loss? Well, if you don't know what you're talking about, you might say that. But technically, I didn't lose anything. I had a basket of trades. One was a smaller loss inside of that basket and a larger profit. A profit's a profit's a profit. It's as simple as that. So again, the trades we just looked at are from my software system called the 10-pip day trader. Now let's go look at a software connection that I have available called Index and Metals. Here we are, a couple trades. What did we do? This is all automated. So literally this is the first time of me even looking at this morning. So I woke up, made some coffee. We're doing this video. So I did, my software did a US 30 buy trade for $1,000 and a gold sell trade for $27.60. Ending balance today, $3,532.23. Will you make that much? I doubt it. Mostly because you're probably not even plugged into it. But will you be profitable on this trade? It was a profitable trade. I don't care if you bid 10 cents or $50 like I did. This is a large account. So let's click the button over here and let's look at the last week's worth of results. $20,184.25. This is my software plugged into a virtual account showing you proof of concept. If you want to plug it in, you can plug it into virtual accounts. You can plug it into prop firm accounts. You can plug it into your own live money. I don't suggest you do anything. What I'm saying is this is what I'm doing. This is what my software provides. And you get the exact same trades relevant to your account if you plug into the software. It's as simple as that. Let's scroll back and look at this. I'm going to say this. I often say that I have optimized the daylights out of this software, and I continue to, and I monitor it because I know these trades are coming out to your account, but it's my trades. This is going to my accounts, my live accounts, my virtual accounts, my demo accounts, my prop firm accounts. So look at this. And this isn't necessarily common. We had an incredible week. Not one loss this week. Do you see any red here? Yeah, the system will take some losses. Again, a loss is a negative number down at the bottom there. We're in a positive $20,184.25. Now, I'm going to click the button and all right, we're already looking back for the week. Wow, that's an incredible week. If I scroll out to the month here, we could probably scroll back and find some trades. This is a section here. I was doing some testing and I accidentally put my personal bid down to minimum. So you can see what happened there as I was bidding like up here $10 per pip. And then all of a sudden it was like 10 cents for a little while. Nonetheless, maybe making a good point. A trade is a trade is a trade. Typically, we could get into the semantics of it. A lot of it has to do with, or sometimes it can be latency or how quick or how fast your broker is executing trades. I don't have any control of that. But typically, across the board, unless your broker's having some sort of outage or something, the connection is pretty solid. In fact, I look at this on a daily basis, basically latency. You can go look at my main algorithm and see when that trade closed. And then you can go look at different live accounts and virtual accounts and see when those close. It's like milliseconds difference. So it's really, really good. So here we are scrolling back, and I looked at these yesterday. There's some red trades. My friend, that is not a loss because we still ended, and we're looking at the month here, $36,265.45. This is just simply me plugging into the software, bidding what I think is relevant for my account, my broker, my leverage, and that's what it's pumping out. I'm not saying that my software produces $36,000 worth of profit in a month, unless your account is that big, unless you're willing to take that much risk. But a profitable trade is a profitable trade. So we're looking at all these big accounts. Let me back up a little bit. Let's go look at my actual software at the absolute minimum bid, and let's look at what it has done. You've seen these big numbers. We're going to go look at these exact same trades that come directly from my software at a minimum bid. So here's the software today at minimum bid. Exact same trades you've been looking at. In fact, this is not only all 28 currency pairs, but this is also gold, SPX 500. You see a couple of those there. US 30. Everything's in this account at a minimum bid. This is what the software produces at a minimum. So if your account could handle all of these trades and this minimum bid, you would have made $43.68. But do you see how I'm scaling it up on all these different size accounts? It's the exact same thing you can do. You can start out very conservative. You can apply a little bit more risk if you want to. How do you do that? You increase your bid a little bit. This is not financial advice. It's telling you what I do and what you could do if you plug into my software. You're fully in control of plugging your account into my software, or you can go follow one of those hacks that opens up charts, goes back in time, and tells you what happened a week ago and acts as if they knew that was going to happen. They start using terms like ICT and order blocks, and it's insanity. Like, don't do it. Don't do it. All right, so let's scale this up. We're looking for the day there. Let's look at what the main algo did for the entire week. $248.09. Impressive? Not impressive? 100% automated. You have the ability to 100% scale this up or fit this to your particular size of trading account, your risk appetite, whatever it is you want to do. And let's go out even further. Let's go out for the month. What this thing at a base level, trading all 28 currency pairs and indices and metals, has done $1,018.02. That's the main base software. That's just what it produces. You can scale it up. Now let's look at a connection to a software that I have called my Double Hedge. Here it is. Here's the active live trades on a virtual account, taking the exact trades that you would get from my software. You can see, I think the base bid here is a $10 or 1.0 per pip. It's using about $1,700 of the account. And if we go to the history here, let's scale it out for today. What did it make overnight? $1,918.77 at that bid level. So if you go look at the basic algorithm, which we will next, you'll see what the basic algorithm did. It sent out trades at 0.01. You can scale them up. I scaled them up. This is my account. I don't know what you'll do. I don't know what account you'll plug into. I don't know what you'll bid. I don't know if you're an emotional trader and you see that your drawdown is too high for you and you start cutting losses. That's up to you. You can do that. I do show some ways to be able to trade the way my algorithm trades. I show it inside my group to be able to push your account if you want to, not suggesting you should or you will, but push it a little bit, but also manage it by cutting some losses in the moment, and then it will recover. The idea, and it does, it will recover in profits. So it takes a little bit of manual manipulation, but you don't have to do that. This is not a manipulated account. Let me go show you the main software at a base lot size. Exact same thing we're looking at here. Let's scroll out a little bit though. Let's look at the last week. So for the week, $16,687.93 with the software, with this bid on my virtual account, proof of concept. Plug it into your account. I don't know what size your account is. We'll figure that out along the way. So let's go look at the main algorithm. Exact same trades here. Let's go back to the day so you can see it. So look at this at the bottom. Euro USD, GBP CAD. Okay. Let's go look at the main algorithm at a base 0.01 lot size. Exact same trades. Here it is. As of today, this particular software, this is what the software did at a base level. It made $35.06 overnight. That previous account, look, it's the exact same trades. I said this just a minute ago. Euro USD, GBP CAD. Exact same trades. I just scaled them up on my accounts. How much will you scale them up on your account? I'm not even suggesting you do that. but you could. It's possible. I do, and I'm proving the concept here. Let's also be really clear, my friend. There's not a damn trade that you see today that I placed manually. There is not a thing that I did looking at a chart like this. Like a monkey looking at a chart. Well, look at the top here. If you had just entered your trade, institutional market flow at the top, fair value gaps. I mean, obviously those are propulsion candles, right? It's propulsion. These people have lost their minds. It's the 21st century. Everything can be automated. Can you do it? I don't know. Took me years to figure this stuff out. Now I do it. I've mastered it. You can plug into it with your account if you want to. Not financial advice, not suggesting you do anything. You could do it. You could also go out and put a parachute on, jump out of an airplane. What kind of risk do you want to take? What do you want to take? Back to the history here. Let's look at it for the last week. $271.62. That's the base algorithm. And in fact, I think there's some trades. No, it's a different account. We'll get to that point. I'm going to show you a few more things here. Now, what you're looking at here is one of my live accounts. And I'm applying a manipulation via software, MyFXSoftware.com, that I call exposure limiter. So this software is actually trading all 28 currency pairs, but it is limiting my exposure per currency pair. You'll notice I'm in an NZD JPY, but there are no other NZD or JPY trades. You'll notice I'm in 2 USD CHF trades, but I am not in any other USD or CHF trades. This has been an incredible manipulation. I just started this account, I believe yesterday. Let's go look at the history. Click it here. So today I'm up, and again, it's my live account. I don't know. Will you plug into the software? Will you get access to the exposure limiter? I don't know. Will you? Maybe you will. Something you could do if you wanted to. $157.20 overnight. And yeah, so I think I've had this running for 2 days. Let's look here for the last week. Yeah, so for the last week, profit $407.15. And if you look at the main account, that's about what it's up, $379 and about $180 of drawdown, like on a 100K account. It's nothing. Now, just to be transparent, this is a 200 leverage account. So you'll find that with lower leverage, these trades or a volume of trades will hit your margin level percent a little harder. But if you look at the margin level percent here, which is really what I look at when I'm trading. Why? Because the broker's going to shut you down at 70%. So it just drops, it drops, it drops. It means you're over trading, over bidding, over leveraging, whatever the case may be. But 2,500% margin level, I'm crushing it. I am crushing it. In fact, the automation is crushing it. So now I know that my group members from MyFXSoftware.com, they watch these daily results videos. I put them out there as a marketing piece, as a showcase of what my software does on my accounts. This is what it does. If you'd like to attempt or try to duplicate what I'm doing, I certainly can give you some general guidance based off of what I do. But it's not financial advice. And, a lot of people are like, well, Forex is gambling. I'm going to touch on that real quick here. Forex is gambling if you're looking at charts, analyzing pricing data, and making a guess. What you're seeing when you look at my trades here, you are seeing an automated algorithm that has no emotions, that's been optimized. I typically trade with a portfolio of algorithms, not just one. I think if I count them, I'm trading with about 6 different algorithms in my portfolio. I'm diversified. It's the exact ones I'm showing you. Now, let's move on to an experimental thing I launched last night. I've seen it do good. I've seen it do some things I didn't want it to do, but I think overall it could be very impressive. Let me just show you an experimental concept that I am applying to one of my accounts that you can also get access to if you wanted to apply this experimental concept. Right? Everybody's like, oh my God, it's experimental. Well, it's certainly better than guessing, looking at a chart. So let me just show you. You determine for yourself when I show you the results here. Okay, so I want you to check this out. No trades in this account, absolute virtual funds, experiment. What I said, and I see a lot of people kind of trading this way, so I thought, what kind of manipulation can I apply to my own software that would be pretty cool? So let me show you what we're looking at here. I did a test. So what is happening, let me get my pen out here so I can draw on the screen. what is happening, what you're seeing here is I created a software trade duplicator. I think I'm calling it my index duplicator or something like that. I don't know. I just thought of this yesterday, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what we call it. Let me show you what's happening here. So I did a test where I let my algorithm enter a trade. And in this particular case, what we're looking at is it entered a gold trade. And then I told the automation to add 9 more trades. If you count these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So there's 10 trades. So the original trade, and then it takes 9 more. So 10 total. And I told it when the original trade takes profit to get out of the other trades. Now, what you're seeing here is pure test. This is really irrelevant to the results. But I was like, okay, I literally just hit sell at 0.01 on gold, made sure that it was working. Now let's go look at the trades that it actually took itself overnight. This one was a little weird, and then the results after this got even better. So one of the things I do when I apply a software manipulation like this, I forward test it. I'm manipulating it. I'm playing with it. That way, if one of my members at MyFXSoftware.com plugs into something like this, they know that I'm paying attention to it. It's optimized as best it can be. So here's what was weird. So I seen it go into this buy trade this morning on SPX USD. And when that trade got to 30 cents in profit, in this case, it closed down the rest. But because the price was moving so heavily on SPX, it basically took a loss. So I was like, okay, that's not good. Here's how I manipulate it and fix it. I basically say, make more profit on that original trade. Again, every pair, every index, every metal, they all move a little differently. So SPX, I did a little bit of an optimization. And then here's what happened, which I think is probably the most impressive part of the experiment. So the automated system placed a gold sell trade this morning. And when it got to $53 profit, because gold moves, when it got to $53 profit, it closed all 9 other trades down. And look at the ending profit. Even with the original test that I did, even with the small loss that SPX 500 took, we are at a net profit of $592.41. Because gold went profitable, gold entered, my duplication system entered 9 more of the exact trade. In fact, you can look at the different times. They're all like milliseconds apart. Let me erase this and we'll look at the time. So like this trade went off at 55:05. Actually, it's closure. Okay, let's look at the closure. The closure time is over here. 1856.01. Okay, so watch these next trades. So 0.01, and then what's the next trade? Closed at 0.03. Next trade, 0.04. Next trade, closed at 0.05. So you see it's like 1 millisecond difference. Close, 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 right? Maybe I can figure out some sort of way to just close them all instantly. But I mean, instantly, it's like a few milliseconds. So this worked really well. It just worked really well. I don't know. I just thought it was a cool manipulation that I could provide. People love gold. And I said, how can we take a profitable trade and multiply it? Now, is 10 trades too many? Could be. We could multiply it into 2 or 3 or 5. And this is something that once perfected, I'll probably trade on my own live accounts. It already is proving pretty good. But it's also cool to see this stuff and this sort of automation and manipulation. Let's also be clear. You could not do this manually. You just couldn't. I shouldn't say you couldn't. I mean, why would you want to? I mean, maybe you could sit there and go click, 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 click. Damn, it's not closing. Click, 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 right? Like, why do you want to do that? While this happened, I was stirring my coffee this morning, wiping the sleep out of my eyes. I wasn't staring at charts. I don't know. Stop doing it. I know the entertainers and influencers are out there, but I'll tell you what, these people are, I don't know, like go engage with them. They will simply block you the moment you start talking about this. I get a lot of this. I start talking to someone that's live on TikTok and I'll be like, why are you manually trading? Right? And I'm not even saying I'm from MyFX Software. I'm like, why are you manually trading? I don't get it. Let's talk. They're like, oh, look out, everybody. This guy's selling you a robot. I'm like, I asked you a question. Why are you manually trading in the 21st century? Watch out, everybody. This guy's terrible. He's selling you a robot. Well, I'll tell you, I'm not selling you a robot. I certainly would love to have you come and plug it in my automations that I'm extremely proud of. And I think you'd be excited to see the results. Start out on demo. You think I'm a crazy hack? Start out on demo. Do me a favor. Also follow those people and take the trades they're suggesting on demo. See how that turns out for you. No, seriously. I would love to be able to talk to one of these people that's live looking at a chart on the internet and say, without fighting everybody in the world, like, let's compete. Let's put my algorithm up against your sitting in front of a chart every day. Why do they say that all retail traders lose, 90+%? Because they're following people that are looking at charts, speculating, and frankly, gambling, using a bunch of big terms, fair value gaps. Got a propulsion candle right here. Well, oh my God, right there. Look at that. Look at that propulsion candle. What happened there, guys? One of the biggest narcissistic live chart watchers on the internet. He'll say that. He'll say, what happened there, guys? And people will, give random opinions. It'll go, nope. You don't know what you're talking about. He'll emasculate you because he's so threatened by saying, why are you manually doing this? But for me to look back at a chart like this, and to tell you what, or to tell you what happened, or to say, what do you think happened there? Well, the banks were buying, and then the banks were selling. Shut up. Because here's what you don't know. Here's what you don't know. You don't know what's happening from here forward. You don't know. People that trade with pattern recognition, that is a human flaw. Go look up psychology about pattern recognition. Go Google it. Go to Grok. Say, talk to me about human pattern recognition. One of the first things Grok will tell you is yeah, it's definitely a psychological trait, potentially a flaw. It was originally kind of like baked into us for survival. But now it's like that person that looks at a cloud and goes, look, I see a face in the cloud. I see God in the clouds. Doesn't that look like an elephant? It's pattern recognition. I know that's a generic, but that's where it starts. And it's so much of a flawed human trait to look at charts and think that some sort of pattern here that looks like something will repeat at the same time over and over and over again. And even if it did once in a while, the likelihood of you catching it while it's happening, certainly before it's happening, are you kidding me? It's so easy for these hacks to look back in time and tell you what they think happened. Well, look, you see how we reached a resistance level up here? Rejected. What? That's like seeing God's face in the clouds. I'm telling you, these people are, it's a mental condition. It probably needs therapy. But I'll tell you what, statistically, using algorithms, understanding what you're doing, making it a repeatable process, managing your own risk, it's all baked into my software. My software makes all of this 1 billion times easier. 1 billion times easier. If you're one of those people that got lucky and caught a trend somewhere, let's zoom up to let's go up to the day. If you're like, oh yeah, I called it here and we got into a buy right here. That's called gambling. Because just as if you won on this trade, because you guessed right, 1 million other people lost their ass. Most of them probably lost their account because they placed a sell down here based off of some pattern recognition or what some guru is telling you looking at charts. If you want transparency, let me end it with this. I think we looked at all of my different accounts and all my different softwares. That's just what's going on right now. And I'm pretty sure we looked at not only today's results, but we looked at for the past week. It's impressive. I haven't even posted these results in Telegram. So if you come on over to MyFXSoftware.com, I take screenshots of everything I showed you. I post it. I do a little commentary as far as, what software it was and how much it made. And it's not, whatever I'm showing as far as my results, there's a keyword in there, my results. That's why I call it MyFXSoftware. So you could plug in, maybe you'll get some similar results. You'll certainly get the exact same trade. You'll get the exact same trade. And that, my friend, is the key. Because guess what? You won't have to look at a chart. You won't have to listen to these psychotic, I said it, psychotic, narcissistic people. Not all of them. I think I was in a live last night and the guy was pretty cool. Didn't block me at all. Asked him questions. He was cool. But I get blocked 99 times out of 100, not for any other reason other than going, why are you looking at a chart? Why would you do this manually when if your strategy has any sort of statistical relevance, it could be coded into an algorithm and you trade it. How long did it take me to figure out these algorithms? Probably quite a few years. They worked out of the gate pretty good, but my experience and watching the market and understanding how to avoid bad scenarios like overtrading or overbidding or, the market pushing against and not really knowing what to do, it's actually pretty simple. In fact, I'll tell you right now, we'll end it with this. If you want to learn how to manage your account, if you're trading with automated software and it's working for you, everything's optimized and it works good. Side note, we'll talk about optimization. But if you want to do that, you basically can push your account to the limits. Like if I look at this one, let's actually go open up an account. Let's take a look at this one. So obviously this one's bidding at the minimum bid, so that my margin level percent's pretty high. But if my margin level percent was pushing down for me at, let's say, 150, 200%, right? Like I'm really using that account. What I would do is I would take a basket of trades. Like look at this one here. This basket of trades, Euro CHF is a really slow mover and it's just kind of stuck here. It's pretty much a sideways currency pair. But if my account was pushing against me, all I have to do management wise is cut this loss. Just close the oldest trade. And then my margin level percent will come up a little bit. Now you're like, there you go. You're forcing losses. What I'm doing is I'm managing my account. Maybe I close this one. Maybe I close this one. So I closed these 3 oldest trades, gave my margin level percent a little bit of room to breathe. And because I'm trading 28 pairs, I'm going to overcome that tiny little loss. Every time I've ever had to do that, that's what happens. Now, obviously, I'm on accounts where I'm bidding more and I'm taking more of a loss if I have to. I can't. The last few losses I had to force, I think I forced a loss last week of about $50. I just wanted to get out of something that was hung up, kind of going towards profit, but not. But if I'm taking a $50 loss at any given moment, my account, let's go look at it. Here you go. My results for the day. If I took a $50 loss on this to maintain my margin level percent, and I'm nowhere near, look at this one, 1,610% margin level, no big deal, right? I don't have to mess with it at all. But if I had to take a $50 loss, I'm still up $375 for the day. Now, there are times, and I have no problem. Let's talk extreme examples. Let's say the market's pushing so hard that $425, I have to force some losses and I'm up $50 for the day. But hear what I just said. I'm still up $50 for the day. It's almost rare. It's almost non-existent that I ever have to do that on my accounts because I know what the sweet spot bid is. I know what my algorithms expect it to do. Funny thing, I heard someone say the other day, talk about, algorithms. Someone said, well, how many do you have? And I said, why are you asking that? And they're like, well, the market changes. Your optimizations are going to fail. Are they? Well, what if I'm trading in a portfolio and one's not doing well? I just click the button and move to the next one. It's not a big deal. I'm not trading so heavily on these accounts that I have to take a $10,000 loss off of a $100,000 account because I was being stupid. No, there is some common sense that you can apply to automated trading, and my system does that, and I give you my best hack advice. But what I won't do is I won't take you to a chart, and I won't try to tell you what you should have done. What I'll tell you is that we are in XYZ trade. Here's the profit for the day or the week. Here's what I could do, and here's what I do to manage my risk. Pretty simple. Long video today, end of the week. I've got quite a few more videos I'm going to pump out today, and I'm going to do some YouTube shorts and get into some of the craziness that I see from the mentally constrained chart watchers. Stop watching charts, man. I'll see you on the internet next week. Market's going to close today. It's Friday. I'll see you next week. Take care.